Good evening, mothers, fathers, friends, family, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2014 pre-graduates. Glad to see you all here. Sounds like we're enjoying ourselves. But before we get to the address, I'd like to throw in a few quick thank yous. On behalf of myself and probably many of you, I'd like to thank the administration and staff of this high school for putting up with us for 4 years. It's been a good 4 years, and we appreciate what we've learned. Secondly, I'd like to thank you, my peers, for again, another great 4 years, and for being great classmates and the things that we've learned together when we were working together, having fun together. It's been a great time. I'd like to also extend a very special and heartfelt thank you to those of you who are going into the armed services to serve and defend this great country that we live in. I support and applaud your willingness to do so. Definitely, as many people here do, wish you the best in that endeavor. Cannot thank you enough for that sacrifice. Lastly, Mom, Dad, Tyler, Maddie, Brady, grandmas, grandpas, relatives and friends, whether you claim me or not on most days, I would like to thank you also for everything that you've done for me and continue to do for me. My words and actions will always be insufficient to express this gratitude to you. And I can never repay all that you've done for you, all that you have done for me. But I do want you to know in front of all these people here tonight that I love and appreciate you all very much. I would not be standing here being the person I am, looking forward to a bright and exciting future without you. Thank you. And additionally, this is a bit of a special night for me and my family. It is my mother's birthday, and I would like to wish her a very happy birthday tonight. And if you see her, feel free to do so. All right, let's move on now. I know that many of you have probably been to a few of these. Some of you in the audience may have been to the very first one. So you probably don't want to be here too long to see another one. But anyways, class of 2014, congratulations on making it to this point. What an accomplishment and a success. I'm very humbled and grateful to have the opportunity to address you, though I'm not sure why I'm the one actually doing this. I hope that something that I say maybe makes a bit of sense and perhaps even is a bit meaningful to someone in some way. We've come a long way, you and I. We started by learning our ABCs and maybe even finding the courage to ask to use the bathroom instead of peeing our pants in class. Or at least I did. I don't know if everyone has. We moved on to reading, writing, arithmetic, and science. And suddenly we began realizing crazy things like the fact that girls didn't have cooties anymore. Kept moving on. We made it to high school, and at this point we now made it through high school. We learned how to be grown up, and we even act like it sometimes. Things got a bit tougher. We gained some responsibilities. We learned, grew, and changed through many, many struggles, and have become the people that we are today. But now let us also look forward. It's pretty sure that life's about to change. There's going to be no more Mr. Fooses or Howards telling you that there's a time and a place for everything. There's probably not going to be Mom and Dad there all the time to make you mac and cheese or ask you to fix the Wi-Fi when it's broken. It's time to move on, and with that I'd like to share a few things, as this sounds frightening, and it very well can be. We don't necessarily need to let it get us down. This is going to definitely be tough and interesting for each of us. Each of us will experience this new phase of life differently. But if you just remember back to being a freshman or even a kindergarten student, it was all much the same. Life oftentimes repeats itself, and it can be an endless learning cycle if we choose to follow such a path. And really, with our futures ahead of us, we have probably the largest part in influencing what our futures can become. This doesn't necessarily mean that everything will go according to our plan, because it surely won't. It doesn't mean that we'll never face failure or struggle again, that is for sure. However, we can manage ourselves, our futures, and the things we face, and how we handle these things can make all the difference in our finding success, achieving our goals, and being proud of what we do and who we become. I hope that as we all move on in life, we aren't afraid to try and make a positive difference in the world and make the best of ourselves, wherever we are, whatever we may do, or whoever we may be. Betty Reese once said, "If you think you are too small to be effective, then you have never been in bed with a mosquito." It is definitely true that all of us can make worlds of difference on small scales. No one is too small or insignificant. Please, remember to smile. And don't let the world change your smiles, but instead, try to change the world with them instead. Work hard and try to help others as much as or more than you help yourself, because small actions can impact you and others in ways that we often cannot comprehend until long after they take place. The world will not be worsened because we try to be more respectful, kind, considerate, hardworking, and happy. As the future leaders and adult citizens of this world, it is our responsibility to be the best we can be and to make the things around us, the things that we have control of, the best possible to ensure the best tomorrows for ourselves and those who come after us. But lastly, don't be afraid to fail. In whatever you do, it is all but inevitable that we will experience loss, failure, or disappointment at some point in our future, usually more than once. As one of my favorite comedians, Conan O'Brien, once stated very eloquently in his commencement address to the Dartmouth University graduates in 2011, he said, quote, "It is our failure to become our perceived ideal that ultimately defines us and makes us unique. It's not easy, but if you accept your misfortune and handle it right, your perceived failure can become a catalyst for profound reinvention." Unquote. If you fail at some point, learn from it. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off. Try again and do better, or try something completely new and find success in it. You will never be exactly like someone else, whether it be your parents, friends, celebrities, or whoever that may be that you look up to. But that is fine, that is great. Look to the examples of the past, your own experience, and learn from these things. Aim higher than ever before from these role models you have, using what you've learned to set new benchmarks. It makes you unique, it will create variety and lead to innovation and unforeseen success. Ladies and gentlemen, in class of 2014, I leave these few random thoughts with you, wishing you the best, hoping that what I've said made some sort of sense. In class of 14, I especially want you to remember who you are, where you've come from. Go succeed, overcome failure, make tomorrow better and what you want it to be. Learn and help others, because I hope you will, and because I know you can. Congratulations again. Thank you. Have a great night.